Welcome back to the channel, the Panice Ron, y'all. So, y'all, I have to give y'all an update. Like, I feel like every week I need to start just giving y'all updates about what's been going on. So, y'all, literally last week was crazy. It was crazy. If you haven't already, make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe, turn those post notifications on so you never miss when your girl drops a video. Go ahead and subscribe to my other channel, The Quinny Show. That's where I do all my shopping and stuff like that over there. But yeah, y'all, we gonna get into this video like I said. So last week, like I said before, was freaking crazy, okay? Let's start from the beginning. So last Tuesday, hubby ended up having like a hospital scare, y'all. And he ended up going to the hospital. And I was just like, just unexpectedly. And it was very scary in the beginning because of the fact, like, I don't know what was really going on. Like, he was really complaining about abdominal pain, y'all. And he was very much in so much pain. As a wife, you go right into like, oh my goodness, what happened? What we need to do, things of that. The kids were very good, like, far as, like, trying to deal with the situation. He sat with that, like, basically everything started happening Monday. I want to say everything started happening Monday, like, Monday night before he went to bed. But he was like, no, I'll just sleep it off. It probably won't be that bad. Y'all, April Fool's me. Because he was in so much pain. Like, I felt so bad for him. He was throwing up throughout the night, and he just was complaining about his stomach hurt and everything like that. He did not wake me up in none of this while this was going on, mind you. I was asleep, and y'all must have been very tired because I did not hear nothing this man was going through. So then I wake up for work because I have to be at work at 6:30, so y'all know that I set my alarm or whatever. I'm getting up, and he's on the floor sleeping. I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, no, I've been having a rough night. I really didn't sleep like that. My stomach has been really bad. Like, it's been hurting me really bad, stuff like that. And he was just throwing up constantly off and on. So I was like, okay, let's go to the ER. So I ended up clocking out for work, got all the kids off to school, and then I went ahead and took hubby to the ER. We got to the ER. They said that they were going to see him. So they pretty much triaged him really quick to get to the back to be seen or whatever. So once he got seen, the doctor came in and they started running a bunch of tests, like his blood work and everything like that, asked about his medical history and things of that. He did have a past surgery like in 2017. So we think that's from the previous surgery, like there's complications. That's why he's having issues now. So they pretty much had him once they ran the tests, everything, did CAT scans and all that, they figured out that was the problem that he was having was from his previous surgeries. Now, he had hernia surgery, like, before I even met him, years and years ago, and I think that's the aftermath from him having complications. So they ended up telling him that they were going to have him speak to a surgeon because they feel like it was a blockage. I think they said they feel like it's a blockage because what his x-ray was coming back to. And y'all, my heart like literally sunk because it was like, we just got back to Arizona. Like, everything's going good. He's working. I'm working. The kids are legacies in daycare. All the kids are in school right now. Like, we're just trying to get this money out and do what we have to do as parents. And it just hit us. Like, it's so crazy how everything hit us. So the surgeon comes in and says, hey, we're going to have to do either do an NG tube, which is where they put a tube, you guys, through his nose all the way down to his stomach. Like, he's had it done before because he has issues before. So they have to pump some of that fluid or whatever off his stomach or whatever to try to get it to decompress, she said. And then she said if that doesn't stop, like, help the blockage or whatever they found, that they were going to have to actually go in and do surgery again. So open him back up from when he had hernia surgery years and years and years ago, which was already stressful enough. So now they decided to do the NG tube. And y'all, if y'all don't know what NG tube is, look it up. If y'all don't know how it works, look it up. Discretion, it's at your own viewer's discretion, because it's so crazy how they have to put the tube through the person's nose to get down to their stomach, and then the process of it, they are awake. Like, they're not asleep, they're not none of that. So seeing him coughing and gagging, and oh my God, it was just too much. So if this is too much for you, make sure you mute this part out. But it was just too much for me to really endure. Like, I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. But he's done this before. So he's like, he was knowing what the process was, but he hates it. So once they finally got the NG tube in him, because they said they were going to do that, they said they're going to keep him overnight. So they end up keeping him overnight, which I'm okay with. I'm like, okay, I'll be fine. Y'all, if I never appreciated my husband now up until this point, baby, I appreciate him. Because being at home with 4 kids, 2 kids under 5 is not for the weak. When I tell you, My son, if y'all know I have a 5-year-old son that has autism, and then Legacy, she's 3, and then I have my older 2 kids. They helped out as much as they could, obviously, but with my husband's absence, it was hard as you know what, trying to deal with kids, especially for my son that has autism, because he's so attached to his dad. He doesn't want anything to happen, like my husband to be away for anything. So it was kind of hard for him to adjust, to see when he came home from after school off the bus that he wasn't here, y'all. He was literally like, what is going on? So I try to break it down to him and my youngest daughter to let them know like what was going on with their dad and how he had to spend the night at the hospital, just to see if, he could decompress his stomach so he can start feeling better. So the first night, I believe I did take the kids up there to see him, and it was like they were sad. My daughter didn't really go up to him that much because she didn't notice that her dad had something in his face, basically. So she was kind of scared about it. And then my son that has autism, Legend, he was all like, okay, my daddy, da-da-da. So he was still loving on him, which I really do appreciate. But when he found out that his dad had to stay there, baby, that was another thing. And I'm happy in a way that I did get to take them to see him while he was going through this, but at the same time I wish I didn't, because I feel like after they seeing him in this hospital bed, it just resorted to them not even wanting to come back home. Like, once we left the hospital, like, we was only up there for like an hour because I had to get dinner done. I had to do everything literally on my own with him being missing. You don't know if you have that extra hands to help with kids, y'all. And if you have a significant other that helps with the children, appreciate them. Because I could not. I was out of commission, y'all, for 2 days. It was so hard to try to adjust our life with just me and the kids and my husband not being around. That was completely hard. Like, I don't wish that on nobody. And if you're a single mother doing the damn thing, kudos to you, because having a baby that has special needs and then still trying to deal with a child that's under 3, or that's 3, is crazy. So like I said, the first day that we ended up going to see him, the kids were good. Then I had to end up, my oldest is in soccer, if you guys don't know. So I had to take him to soccer practice the next day. This is Wednesday. They said they kept him over the night. They said they're going to keep him another day because they see that it is progressing, but they haven't really set on surgery yet. So he's still in the hospital. It's Wednesday now. I'm going through all the motions. I'm trying to work. Mind you, I'm so worried about what's going on with my husband. I can't even work. I can't focus. I can't do anything. Last week was so much. Like, it really was. So once I got the kids off to school Wednesday, I went right up to the hospital, spent like about 2-3 hours with my husband because the kids got out early, so I had to get back home. So I left the hospital with him, and then I went back home to get the house back in order, because with him being gone, I haven't been able to do anything but cook and try to just keep everybody content, keep everybody calm while he was gone or whatever. And the babies were kind of really adjusting with him being gone, but they can tell like something is missing, something is wrong. So Wednesday night, it was kind of a little bit more stressful because the babies were really getting agitated. They really wanted to be around their dad, and I explained to them that we can't go see him right now. Literally, my oldest had practice at 7 o'clock at night. We never make it home on Wednesdays until like 9 o'clock at night because he's so busy. So with them being at practice, and we end up staying at the practices, you guys, because if we go back home, it's just a waste of time. Like, it literally is a waste of time to drive all the way down there and then have to turn back around to go pick him up. So we just stay out there. I let the kids play. I try to pack a little snack. I try to get dinner done before we go up there so then everybody's not hungry and they could just snack. But sometimes they end up, we'll eat out or something like that. I try not to, though. But the babies were just not having it. They were just not having it for the practices, you guys, trying to chase both of them. And then me and my middle son were trying to keep them calm and content. And with my oldest out at practice and then my husband in the hospital, y'all. Yeah, that was just a lot going on. So now we're going to fast forward. We get home. The kids, I give them their baths and everything to lay them down. Everybody's out. We're out by 9:30, 10 o'clock, which I appreciate. But it was just really hard to deal with that. Like, especially trying to get the kids up for school, then trying to make sure everybody ate dinner, make sure that, the house is done and put away pretty much, and then everybody's down to go to sleep. Mind you, Legend does not like sleeping in the room. He likes sleeping in the living room. So that was a lot with us dealing with him trying to do that. Like, and I'm constantly trying to hear out for him if he cries in the middle of the night and things of that. But he actually slept those 2 nights that his dad was gone. He actually slept the whole night, which I love. Then now we're on Thursday morning. So now I get Legend up. Legend has been kind of ornery when it's time to put on his clothes and get him dressed and stuff. He was giving me a hard time. Y'all, it was just a lot leading up to his dad coming home. Like, it was very, very hard to transition him to see that it was just me. So I get Legend dressed. Literally takes me like 30 minutes to get him dressed. Mind you, I clocked into work because I'm like, hey, I already missed Tuesday, Wednesday, and now I'm about to miss Thursday if I don't get in here. So I'm like, I have to have something. So I went ahead and clocked in for work. I was in the midst of still trying to get everybody out to school on time. So Legend's first to go in the morning. So I went ahead and got him dressed. He fought me to get him dressed, y'all. He was not having it. He didn't want me. He wanted his dad. So it was a lot. Then after I got him dressed, we headed to the bus. The bus comes to pick him up in front of the house, which I love. So I didn't have to worry about transporting him anywhere. So we got on the bus, you guys. We get on the bus. Not get on the bus. I take him downstairs to put him on the bus. He don't want to get on the bus. So he's running all over the complex. I'm trying to grab him so he can get on the bus. Y'all, why this man, I pick him up. He literally wraps his legs. I don't know what the hell he did. Next I know, we fucking fall. We fall. Okay? So now he fell. I'm hurt. My knees are scratched up. He's a little bit scratched up. Thank God the bus driver's right there. She can't get off the bus because she has kids on there. She's just yelling from the bus like, are you guys okay? Are you guys okay? He's crying. I'm hurt. I'm about to start crying because I'm like, I can't do this. Why is this happening right now? Like, everything was a fucking mess. So then I pick him up. I go ahead and pick up Legend. Once I pick him up, he's got little scratches or whatever, so I'm trying to clean him off real bad and stuff like that. His little lip was a little busted, so y'all, I'm trying to stop the bleeding for that. I told the bus driver, can you give me a few minutes so I can get him back together, like, get ours back together. She said, sure, I'll wait right here. I take him back into the house. I try to rinse his mouth out, make sure there's no blood, make sure I, put some on his lips because he hurt himself. Like, I hurt myself, he hurt himself. So he's like, I want to go to school. So he still wants to go to school even though he failed. Like, we failed. So he ended up getting on the bus, which I was proud of him. Like, he still wants to go to school. So he went ahead and got on the bus. I went ahead, dust myself off, got myself together. Still got to get, hold on, I think he's coming. Okay, yeah, I'm back. That was Legend. He just came in the house. It was just a mess. So once I got him on the bus, I went ahead and emailed his teacher, like, hey, we had a little slip up this morning. So not alarmed. Like, he's okay. He just fell. He still wants to go to school. So I'm going to let him go to school. So then I get Legacy up. My sister, shout out to her. Like, she came in the clutch. So she went ahead and took Legacy to daycare because we just started her in this daycare not even a month ago. So she was able to get to daycare. My oldest takes the city bus to get to school. And then I just have to take my middle son up the street to school. Take my middle son to school. Okay, go ahead. And when I was able to actually get him off to school and I actually came home and, was able to breathe, y'all, like, a weight lifted off my shoulders because I was so stressed with making sure that the kids still got on time to school. They got, it was just a lot for them 2 days. Like, these single parents, I shout out to y'all because I was a single parent before I met my husband. And, y'all, it is too much dealing with kids, especially having a baby on the autism spectrum. Like, that is just too much. So later on that day, y'all, this is Thursday still. Later on that day, I went to take a nap on my lunch break because my lunch break is breakfast time. So I went ahead and took me a little nap. So I went ahead and took me a nap. After I took a nap, when I woke up from the nap, you guys. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I had to get Legend situated. So anyways, like I said, so I went ahead. It was time for me to take my break. So I went ahead and take my lunch. We're in the morning time, so normally I take my husband to work when I'm on my break. But in this case, he's in the hospital. So I ended up laying down, taking me a nap because, baby, when I tell you I was tired, I was tired. So I went ahead and lay down. Y'all, I laid down for my 30-minute break. I want to say, the last 5 minutes when I set my alarm just to make sure I'm up and ready back to go to work or whatever. So my alarm goes off. Instantly when my alarm goes off, my foot is hurting. My left ankle is in pain. So I'm like, what is going on? So I went ahead and popped me an ibuprofen. I'm like, okay, maybe it's just, I tweaked it a little bit, whatever. So I went ahead and took me an ibuprofen, y'all. Came upstairs, started working. As I'm starting to sit up on my desk, y'all know I work remotely, my ankle starts hurting worse. So I'm constantly like, what is going on? I can't sit up straight. I'm bending over, y'all. I'm leaning down. I'm doing all this because I cannot put pressure on my foot, my ankle. At this point now, I can't put pressure on my ankle. So I'm sitting there in pain. I call my husband. I'm like, I think I really messed up my ankle dealing with Legend this morning. And it hurts so bad. I don't know what to do. I need to figure it out. He like, so what are you going to do? I'm like, I don't know. I might have to go to the urgent care. So then he calls me. He said, well, just let me know. So mind you, I'm at work till 3 o'clock. My oldest ended up getting out early, so he ends up coming home. He's helping me throughout the rest of my shift to help me get around when I have to get downstairs and stuff like that. Mind you, I work upstairs. And so he's helping me get upstairs and stuff like that, like getting me stuff, getting me ice, getting me everything. I tried icing it. I tried elevating it, y'all. Nothing was working. It was horrible. I don't wish that pain on nobody. That being a sprained ankle, I haven't sprained anything since I was a kid. So spraining it now in my 30s is too much. So my oldest was helping me get through the day or whatever like that. I finally get off my shift. I called, my husband called me and said, well, I'm going to be able to leave today. Whenever you're ready to come pick me up, they'll discharge me. I'm like, oh, thank you, Lord. So he was really in the hospital for 2 days. He didn't have to do surgery. They went ahead and they started him. Once they realized that it was working, I should have backed up some. Let me back up some, y'all. Let me back up some. So my husband calls me and tells me that they're going to discharge him. So they want to try him on a clear diet to make sure he could take food still. They pulled the thing out his nose that he had, the NG tube. So they was trying to see for breakfast, see if he can do a clear diet. He did that. They did lunch. They did like a soft diet for him. He passed that. So the doctor was like, yeah, you can go home. So he like, yeah, there's something I can go home or whatever. He like, well, you're going to have to go to the ER and I'm going to have to do it with the kids. And I'm like, no, I don't think it's that serious. I'm still thinking in my mind that this ankle is not going to be a problem. So y'all, everybody gets off from school. Everybody's home now. I'm in pain. I'm hopping. I'm crawling because I cannot put no pressure on this left ankle. Like, it was that bad. So then I finally bring myself to, once everybody get home, we go ahead and head to the hospital, pick my husband up. And he like, it's so crazy. I go in here for my situation and then you are having ankle problems. Like, what is going on? Y'all, that was just crazy. So after that, after he gets home, after he gets in the car, I instantly go to the urgent care because I don't want to go do the ER if I don't have to. I don't think it's broken because I was able to move it still. And they said I would have been in more pain than that if it was broken, but it felt like it was. So when I went to the urgent care, you guys, I did make me an appointment that same day for urgent care that afternoon. So I went to urgent care. They went ahead, took a look at my foot. They didn't do any x-rays. They told me if I wanted to do x-rays, I could. But the doctor was like, no, I really feel like it's just sprained. So they put me on like a boot. I had like the little sling and then they put it in the boot. I could not put no pressure in the boot. She's like, you should be able to walk on it if you have the boot. Did not work, failed that. Put the little sling on, wasn't able to walk at all. I'm like, yeah, I can't walk on it. I'm still limping. So they end up giving me crutches, y'all. I've never had crutches a day in my life. So I had to learn how to use them within the time that I was in the doctor's office. So I was using them walking to get out the door. She's like, if you want to, I'm going to still give you a order to do x-rays because just to make sure you didn't break it or do anything, because it seems like it's probably more than what we're seeing, like what you're noticing just looking at my ankle. So we leave the urgent care. I have crutches. I go home. I put my foot up. I stop doing everything. I don't do anything. My husband gets me in the house. We're good. I'm relaxing. She did give me some medication to take to help with like the swelling and stuff like that. When I tell you, I popped that pill so fast because I was in so much pain. She said, if you take this medication, you cannot take ibuprofen anymore. So I didn't take it anymore, obviously, because I want to see if her medicine would work. Y'all, I popped that medicine in me so fucking quick when I got home after I ate me something. I didn't really eat. Like, I didn't even cook like that. I just threw something together. My husband's like, you crazy? You still trying to cook and do all this other stuff? Because my kids still got to eat, even though I'm messed up. So we had dinner. I ate. I popped my little pill for my leg or whatever, or my ankle. And after I did that, I instantly go knockout. I'm instantly going to sleep. So I fall asleep. And then I slept the whole night or whatever. I woke up the next day. I was able to walk on my ankle. I don't know how that happened, but I did it. So I woke up, was able to walk on my ankle. After that, my older son was like, Mom, I don't feel good. It's a lot going on. I'm sneezing a lot. My head hurts. I have, my sinuses, whatever. I'm like, okay. I'm not thinking it's nothing. I'm like, okay, you were just fine yesterday. Why do we take him to the urgent care? He missed school that day. I missed work that day. Why when I took him to the urgent care the next day? I'm able to walk now. My husband's back home. Everybody's back to normal a little bit. Why we went to the urgent care, they said this man had COVID. COVID? Out of all things. Last week took me it took us out. So now I'm dealing with that. He has another soccer game that Saturday, so we couldn't attend to that because he was obviously in COVID. I had to quarantine him. Mind you, trying to quarantine him with all these people in the house right now was horrible. So we went ahead and quarantined him, kept him in there, and then I want to say Sunday he started feeling a little bit better, but he didn't start coming out until today, which is Monday. So y'all, now we had COVID, a sprained ankle, and my husband was in the hospital for some technical shit that he had going on, for some health problems he had on. Now we're all healthy, back at it. I'm so happy that that little spiel last week was actually over and done with. Right now, I'm really congested. At first, I was, oh my God, I hope I'm not coming down with it, because I was literally the one that really want hands-on with my son, the one that had COVID. But I had washed my hands and tried to keep the house as clean as we could, like disinfected and stuff like that. So I think it's just my allergies. I just been pretty much getting everybody Benadryl because we don't know what's going on. But Legend is fine. He's up, ready to go. My husband, he's back at work, which I thank you for. I love his job because, y'all, he literally, remember I told you when we got back to Arizona, he just started working at this job. So they were really understanding. I gave them the doctor's note. They understood it. They just didn't know what was going on. Like, they just wanted to have an update. So I'm happy he's back at work right now. My oldest, he's better. He doesn't have any more COVID symptoms. He's doing good because, you know, they don't even let you quarantine that long anymore. So he said his symptoms are gone. They didn't give him any medication. I think they gave him sinus medication and a cough syrup. But other than that, I want to give you guys my little crazy week that I had last week. I couldn't vlog any of this at the time that everything was going on, because when I tell y'all I was in mother mode and stressed out and going through everything, I was like, when I finally do a sit down video for the week, I'm going to give you guys what my life was for the last week. And baby, it was crazy. But so far, we're off to a good start. With the work week, everybody's up, ready to go. Everybody's going to school. My oldest didn't go to school today. I let him sit it out because, you know, he still was making sure he's good. So tomorrow he'll go back. And yeah, everybody's good and healthy. I just want to come over here because y'all told y'all I was going to tell y'all my life and be in my business. So that's why I'm giving y'all. But if you haven't already, make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you in our next video. Bye, y'all.